that takes us right into the next one. It's going to be another great one. We got a bantamweight bout. On one end, we got Pedro Munhoz. And on the other end, I believe he's a natural featherweight in Jimmie Rivera. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just kidding.
Right.
He actually fought once at featherweight, and he's a natural bantamweight. But I wanted to kind of, give you a little tips. But the last fight was at featherweight. Yes. You did.
Okay.
But like, he basically went through the crowd. If you look at, the names. You know the names that he lost to at bantamweight. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, Pedro, he actually comes in as the 7th ranked bantamweight, which is, just nuts, man. He sports an 18-5 record. He is 8-5 in the UFC, but he has lost 2 in a row. One to, my boy with the dopest name in the UFC, and Aljamain Sterling, and the other against Frankie Edgar, who we're actually seeing tomorrow. So that's going to be a great one.
That fight's been canceled, man. It's crazy.
I was literally, that was the next thing that I was going to say. After that fight was rescheduled 3 times, right? So
it's crazy.
Pretty crazy. Pedro's going to be looking to get back to his winning ways. What's crazy is that these two actually did meet in 2015 with Jimmie. Jimmie got the upper hand there by split decision. So I'm sure both guys are looking forward to this rematch here. On the flip side, Jimmie comes in sparkling, 23-4 record. He burst onto the UFC in 2015. He won his first 5 bouts before actually losing to Marlon Moraes, who we've touched on a few times back in 2018. He does have a few tough losses recently, but again, look at those names, right? Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling. And, he was able to bounce back with the unanimous decision victory against Cody Stamann, who we're actually pretty high on as well, right? So, this is going to be a great one. What do you see unfolding between these two guys?
Yeah, man. So, I really love the fact that it's kind of a rematch in that light. But when you look at some of the guys that Jimmie Rivera has been fighting over the course of his time at bantamweight, even with the losses, that's experience galore. And in the fight against Cody Stamann, that was 2 guys. I kind of described it as very similar, but they're basically like 2 rams just going at each other. And in that sense, I'm really kind of interested to see if Pedro Munhoz is very ready for the fights that he's taking, because when you think about, the Aljamain Sterling loss, like he very much had trouble coming back. Like he was suffering injuries, like all this COVID stuff, like between everybody in the world. Like there's just a lot of reasons why, going into that fight, even though it was a split decision loss, I just feel like he has a lot of adversity to come back from. And when you think about what Jimmie Rivera is putting together, like, I just think this man's the real deal. I really believe he's going to be able to improve on that loss in some ways. When you think about even the elite level of striking that these guys have, like when you go into their takedown defense, it's actually ridiculous, right? Because Pedro Munhoz is an 86% takedown defense. When you look at Jimmie Rivera, he's now looking at 92%. So when you take into consideration that both of these guys are able to kind of avoid it that well against the guys that they fight, they very much want to keep the fight standing and just go for broke.
Absolutely. And so, safe to say we might be glancing at some unders here, but where do you see the line landing on this one?
Yeah, funny enough.
Very curious to see what you think here.
Yeah, no, I very much do think that Jimmie Rivera deserves to be the favorite here. And if he isn't, that's going to be a lot of hype for Pedro Munhoz. And I do think that Jimmie Rivera can win this fight. I think he has the ability to kind of get in there and have those dog fights. I think if Pedro Munhoz, tries to go for the takedown, he's able to deal with those kinds of things as well. I just think when he only loses to top 10 fighters, Jimmie Rivera is a top 10 fighter. That's what kind of looks like the toughest for me. So I got to go Jimmie Rivera with a minus 150. A minus 150 line sounds good.
Oh, baby, let's go. Bring him down on the prices right, taking home all the prizes today, man. Minus 150 on the dot, Minus 150 on the dot.
Oh, wow. Where's my guy? I forgot the guy. Oh, my God.
I've been waiting for my homie here.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Get him twice in one show? Oh, buddy, man.
Oh, wow. I think we almost saw him. I think we've seen him 3 times, haven't we?
3 times. You're right. My bad.
I think this is the third time, People are going to think I'm cheating. This is crazy. This is hilarious. Honestly, I don't. I really don't. I don't.
Trust me, he does not. Because, like I said, these lines we did not find even until today. So this is my first time looking at that line myself. So I know he's not cheating. So, minus 150, I feel like that shows a decent amount of value on Rivera. Would you not say?
Yeah, I think he has all the tools to win this fight, and he got the momentum back with that big win. And you know what, man? I think Cody's just proving to be a very tough fight for anybody on the planet. On a day that you can just beat him via decision, you take the win and you walk. It seems to be kind of like in this current mood that he's in. Jimmie Rivera put up a very good fight against a fighter that looked like he could beat almost anybody on the planet. So I really do think he deserves that edge. And you know what? I think Pedro Munhoz is getting the bump with, you said, his 7th ranking, plus that, not looking like a massive dog. I think these are the reasons why you can just see that his record still stands, right? Aljamain Sterling is your next in line for a bantamweight title shot. And I think that's where like Frankie Edgar right now is kind of getting his dues with that headline kind of a fight. But at the end of the day, this bantamweight division pretty much has its cream of the crop ready to go.
For sure. And so, stay tuned for that one. It does seem like Jimmie can be an early lean lock, but we're going to be glancing at round finishes and that kind of stuff as things get released. And we'll keep that,
Jimmie on points on a 3-round fight, though, always looks good, man, because he just likes to box you up and try to tag you up for 3 rounds, man. And so does Pedro, but I just don't think that Pedro has the power. He don't have
Jimmie
the power.
by decision can pay nicely, man. That can pay juicy for sure. That was a true treat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button if you haven't already done so. Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff is down there. Give us a follow. Pics will be on there. Always a treat with you, Mr. Sukumar.
My man, Mr. Paisan.
We'll see you guys soon, man.
Peace.